It's Sailor Moon time! Hello and welcome. I'm gonna have a look at the Sailor Moon Tamashii Nations Bandai Pretty Guardian Sailor Pluto figure. Tamashii Nations, I mean Bandai Collector Shop, bleh, which is basically online exclusive for Japan, but you know, it's not like other stores can't get it. I got this actually from a trip to Paris when I found out about a little store called Manga Story, which is quite frankly one of the most amazing anime manga stores I've ever seen in my entire life. So if you're in Paris, go check out Manga Story. Shoutouts to them. I want to go back there. Like, they had so much and so many cool deals. I mean, another thing, they had like Harley Quinn and the Joker from Suicide Squad. Both are like 60 bucks, I think. But it said, special promotion, if you get the both of them together, you only pay 100. And that's amazing. And then if I had any money, if I would have had any money left at that point, I would have gotten them. But not to get carried away, I want to have a look at this figure now. Yo. Screw the rules. I have green hair. And it's stupid how long it is as well, but it's accurate. And other than, I mean, I just did the Saturn review and I complained about not having any shading in that, black hair, and then I look at this and I'm like, yup, that's how it's done. Look at this big green stripe going on in the middle. I love it. Very nice conversion overall and something to look at. Also, by the way, she's in scale. I checked it. She's taller than everybody else. She's basically in scale with Jupiter. And that's how it should be. She is the tallest. Now, how tall is she? Actually, that means she stands at 16 centimeters, really wide to the top of her bun. So that means a little shy of 6.5 inches. Having a look at the paint and detail as usual, the eyes. She even has some lipstick from what I can tell. Lips look a little bit different. And she has her earrings. Those are very small though. I don't know. I mean, all of these guys are based on the anime version, so maybe they will. I know they're a lot bigger in Crystal, for example, but Crystal is based on the manga, and I actually don't know why Figuarts, Tamashii Nations, why they didn't do the Crystal version. I mean, they made Sailor Moon herself in the Crystal version, which I didn't get. I mean, I want the other ones in the Crystal version. Anyhow, not talking about Crystal, you have a choker in the back. Once again, look at the hair. It's not really super cleanly molded over here. It's a little messy, but it overall looks good. I mean, here's how the paint job kind of makes up for the molds straying away from perfection. We got very much more, still a metallic black going on over here with the metallic red, dark red. Well, more like a brownish going over to the brown. And of course, even the white, I mean, everything is sparkly, everything is metallic, and it's really super shiny. Which I already said in the Saturn review, it fits. I mean, it's Sailor Moon. I want them to sparkle. I need them to sparkle. That's how it works. It's sparkly. It's Sailor Moon, right? And going down to the boots. Same paint job, very nicely done. And also the heels. And once again, I just want to have another look at that hair. I mean, just want to give you a look of the entire figure, and look how far the hair goes. It goes to her knees. Damn it. Also, it's a super sturdy material, so I would be careful with that. I'm not a fan of that. I mean, you can hear it. This would probably break off fairly easily if you're not careful with it. And I know a thing or two about breaking, right? Everybody hates me for that. Moving over to the articulation, first of all, we're gonna have a look at the hair. A little bit, of course, back heavy because all of this. It is just connected on the bun, which I think is on a ball joint. Yeah, that's really it. So you can rotate it around. There's no hinge over here, so moving around the hair is pretty limited. Just have the... I mean, it does stick. It does stay in place, at least. But it doesn't really have a lot of motion. And the hair, I mean the head overall, you have the classic ball joint in there. So it goes forward, goes back. And it's really hard to move around without without holding the entire hair. It goes side to side very well, and it does go all the way around. Let me just demonstrate that real quick. And I kind of want to know, it doesn't really go far, it doesn't really go back far, because the hair is already pushing on it like that. And I haven't even pushed it back at all. So Doesn't really go back. We have shoulders, goes up. You have the ball joint over here. That goes into the body. And as far as molds go, we have the only difference here. She doesn't have anything over her shoulders, which usually for... I mean, the regular Sailor Moon outfit has like the kind of rings over there. And then we have the elbow with a single hinge over there. And a hand with a ball hinge and a peg that goes into it so you can move it around. The chest area, that one wiggles around, it goes forward and back and side to side, and you can spin it. It'll probably go all the way around. But I don't want to push too much right now. I already don't like the noise it makes. But yeah, overall torso articulation is very good for these guys. Down here at the hips, you can rotate those around, can bring those forward and back, as you can tell. Then we have the legs going up very far. Very, very far, and out to the back, out to the side, and it also rotates around at the thigh. We have the knee, single hinge, a ball hinge going down there, and the foot on a ball pack goes up and down. Doesn't go side to side, but it rotates around, and there you go for your articulation. Accessories. We have 3 different faces. First of all, you have the just kind of staring off into the sunset face. I don't know. Sounds kind of weird. She's not smiling, just like a blank stare. Open mouth, yelling face, and closed eyes. I wanted to say closed face. What the hell is wrong with me? You got the open hands and more open hands, kind of straight. And holding hands, or those fist hands? No, those are closed. Those are closed. You got the open hands for your staff. And you got another open hand for whatever reason. It has a hole in it. She has her rod, and that is actually why the one hand is for. You can remove this and stick it in her hand so she can hold it out. And there you go. You got the rod, which is in a nice kind of like blue, purplish. I'm a little bit colorblind on these things, so is it more blue or is it more purple? You gotta tell me that. It looks nice metallic though. Very good. And very detailed. There's like everything on it. Everything. And of course you got your Sailor Moon base with the Pluto name on it, which is not focusing. My camera is really... Man, this camera's not even that old, and I really, really want to replace it already, because look at this. Look at this. Hello? 5 hours later, it finally focuses. There's the Sailor Pluto base with your Sailor Pluto arm and your Sailor Pluto grappling thingy. Whoosh. Final thoughts, what do I think about this figure? Quite frankly, I was never a huge fan of Setsuna, was that the name, in the show. But this figure kind of changed it. I mean, really pointing out all the differences in her outfit, which I didn't even realize. I really just like thought, oh, it's just the same thing. They made a really good job of this figure, basically. And the only thing I don't really like, the hair is super nicely molded. I just don't like the material they used over here. It's kind of fickle. And something I didn't really point out, there's a little bit of unclear paint around her skirt. I think that's more quality control than an overall issue with it. And it looks like they painted that white. Why? I guess this is all like the dark green, but they painted that white for, I don't know, instead of doing it the other way around. Anyhow, this figure is good. I like this figure. I do recommend this figure. And it's actually one that you can still pick up along with Neptune and Uranus, which I probably just will at the end. I mean, now that's the only 2 missing, and that's gonna do it. As usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like, and maybe subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, gameplay stuff, and whatever Sailor Pluto wants.